The importance reason for getting an education.
Education is the very first thing for human beings who wish to lead a better life and look back to the past years with proud memories in the evening of their lives. It is too deep than the depth of the monstrous oceans, as high as the mountain, and as bright as the sunshine in the morning. It is the most precious diamond that would be available anywhere for those who seek it, but it is a sparkling stone that is buried in the multiple cheap rock, and hides itself from those who have a golden opportunity to walk past it without a bit of interest. Life on the earth is very difficult and complicated concern that it cannot continue to grow more sprouts out of its flowers without meeting scent and birds, who were born only to destroy the very first yellow-green grown beginning to life of the life tree. They are willing to shed the very last drop of blood from the life tree only for their own sakes. It does not matter if the life tree kneels down to ground and asks for mercy from them. They would never listen. They would property self-proclaim to the world that they are masters of the universe, the Almighty God, and the most powerful kings who were worth to be worshipped. Their natures are violent, jealous, and greedy. They think they are better than anyone, but as a matter of fact they are not what they are thinking. They are just like birds who would naturally be shot by the farmers, are well aware of their presence to cook for their last session of the day if the live tree stand up and solves the problem squarely rather than to put itself down to the dirty surface of the ground and ask for forgiveness from hardiness birds even when it does nothing wrong. This bravery of the live tree is generated from the base of education. Education would teach this life tree without any conditions if it asked the education what to do and promised to be patient and followed what it is taught. All of this story. It is just like the life that all of us own one in our bodies. It is a life that is sensitive, weak, and likely to die at any stroke of the second clock hand. It needs to be watered, trained, and educated in a systematic period of time to be ready for the world. Those who walk past the fields or plantations of the educational fruits and vegetables and pick them up to eat, their aroma mingling with sweetness elixir height form the moment they found them and ask them to be their friends would lead a better life than those who are friends of fruits and vegetables from the uneducated plantations. Even if the ways of the educated plantation are usually a bit hard like road to hell to walk, but they are full of delicious fruits and vegetables to perk them up every time they stumble down. The roads that are smooth like a way to the heaven about are rarely seen, the fruits with sweet juice and vegetables with green leaves, and most of the time end up by leading them to the gates of hell. In the very last sentence to be written now, one would like to claim with my head up boastfully that education is every route to success for human beings, the most important and inanimate part of it is not just to help us to have good jobs and success, but it is sealed down into our minds, soul, brains, and bodies to suggest, advise, and judge what is wrong and what is right. I am proud, really, to sit here and talk about education.
A good English speaker.
Most of non-native English speaker students find that it is very difficult to become a good English speaker. Actually, it is not very hard to do it if we try all our best to do the 3 practices. First of all, we have to develop our ears in order to catch up the native speaker pronunciation by listening to the radio and TV channels. It is not surprised that we cannot listen to them at the first time, but we must try to listen to them at the first time. Yet we must try to listen to them and try to repeat after them every day. Doing like this feel better after a few months. It will not cause us a big problem to listen to the easy words. Second is we must read all kind of English books at free time. Reading English books is very significant for us to know the new words and how they order the speech. Not only simple books that we have to read, but also novel books, because it contains a lot of idiom and slang. When we know a lot of idioms and slang, we will find that it is not difficult to speak out. Moreover, reading can tell us the way to use a word or how to put it in a sentence. For instance, the word cat is a noun. We can put it as a subject or an object, but cannot put it in the middle of the sentence as a verb. In addition, Reading also make us flounce in speaking, because when we read a book we can speak it out loudly and sometimes we can make it faster from time. After that we will speak English faster and fluency. Practicing these 2 points will not enough for us to become a good speaker. We need the most important point is practicing speaking with anyone else, especially with foreigners. We have to spend more time on speaking in informal ways. When we speak English every day or every time are speaking in informal ways. When we speak English every day or every time are speaking, will improve because we can practice new words, idioms and slang which from reading texts. Especially when we speak with foreigners we can catch the pronunciation and speak out, and then can ask them about our mistake in pronouncing new words or difficult words. These are the most important and convenient ways to practice to be a good English speaker. Therefore, I hope all non-native English speaker students will try these learning methods to improve themselves to become good English speakers, so that they get the bright future.
Future plan.
I'm really interested in medicine, and I'm not afraid of bold. At home, I like looking after my brothers and sisters, and I really like looking after people. At school I'm very good at mathematics, chemistry and biology. I like these subjects very much. I want to be a doctor when I grow up, because I think that it is a very good job and can earn a lot of money in Burr country. My mother agrees with me. However, my father doesn't agree with me. He wants me to be a lawyer, a good job and can earn a lot of money. My father likes sorting out the problem, but I don't like problem, so I don't follow my father's footstep.